Welcome back for Season 3 of All Things Excellence, where women in leadership and business come to be challenged to learn and to grow. I'm your host, Chelsea DeBruin-Colbert, clarity coach, Enneagram guide, community builder, and your go-to girl for becoming the most excellent version of yourself. Here on All Things Excellence, we are obsessed with shining light on women who are doing the deep work and playing full out in the arena. We bring you their brilliance, their stories, and the magic they bring into the world. This season, I'm determined to step into the most powerful, profitable, peaceful, and aligned version of myself yet. So buckle up, because I'm bringing you with me. When one woman rises, we all get permission to rise as well. If you're ready to grow, rise, and step into your next level with effortless ease and love being surrounded by women who are doing the same, you're in the right place. Welcome to All Things Excellence. Hey, All Things Excellence fam. Today we have Becky Heller Co back in the studio with us. Becky is the CEO of Becky Heller Co, specializing in strategies, systems, and automations for female founders and women in direct sales. Today we have two specific things we're going to talk about. One, we're going to talk about how in the world she has tripled her revenue in the last 9 months. Second, we're going to talk specifically about how she is helping women in business and helping them buy back their time by utilizing her team of virtual executive assistants by mastering delegation and automations. So we're going to give you real life examples of the tools that people are actually using and the results that they're having in their business. Welcome back, friend.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here. Thanks.
I love it. Y'all get ready. We're going to have a great, juicy conversation today. So first, here's why I think her story matters. Her story matters because she helps women buy back their time, delegate and automate and create all these beautiful systems. And I think a lot of women come to you going, oh, I don't want to give up control, or I don't want to invest the money, or I just can't invest the money, right? You hear those things all the time?
All the time.
Right. And I want to start with your story because you thought all of those things.
I did.
And then you did it anyways.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
With your own business. So I think it's important to point out the fact that you yourself chose more delegation and more automation and tripled your revenue in 9 months. And there's a few other things. There's some mindset shifts definitely we'll talk about. So then we're going to talk about how you can help other women do that exact same thing. First up, how long have you been in business?
Yeah. So I started my business in 2019. So it's 2026 now. So 7 years ago. I started with just one client. I never imagined for this to be a business. Never in a million years did I ever dream that I would be a business owner. I mean, I came from a family of entrepreneurs, but never in my wildest dreams did I think this was going to be my story. So, yeah, building a business fell kind of into my lap. So I started with one leader in direct sales, and she really needed a virtual assistant. She was ready to delegate. And so, just through some mutual friends, I got connected with her and started working. And prior to that, I had actually worked for a church who had a virtual assistant. And so I got to work very closely with her. And so that's how I even found out about the industry, was actually in the church ministry world.
Yeah.
And so everything I kind of learned, I just transferred my skills. And then before I knew it, 2020 hit and no one had any idea what they were doing, working virtually, but I had all of the skills and knowledge that I needed to help support an online business. And so I started working with her in January 2020 or 2019. In August of 2020, I went full time.
And she had a massive team. Like, I would say, if people in a more traditional business sense, it was very much, she was a president. She had multiple VPs. And then there was a massive team under that. We're talking hundreds to 1,000 people in this organization that you were creating emails, status text messages, graphics, everything for, correct?
Everything. Yeah. And then
there's a large organization.
Very large. And then she was referring people to me. And so then it was just like word of mouth. So really, I would say, to be totally honest, up until probably the last year and a half, and honestly, I would still say 95% of my business is still built on referrals today.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But
Yeah, you're a big word of mouth business.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So when
How long did
oh
you
yeah, go
work
ahead.
with, how long did you work with just her though? I mean, her and her organization.
Um, honestly, a couple months probably, just a
Okay.
couple months, because then she had referred two other people to me, and so I got connected with them, and then it was probably after I went full time was actually when I started expanding other people to bring
Okay.
inside.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, with other
Okay.
clients.
So for the first 18 months, it was you and her, some referrals trickling in that you were helping here and there, maybe 10 hours a month.
Yeah.
And then, okay, when did you know that it was time to hire your own delegation, to start bringing people onto your team to help you because you just had so much work and you needed
Yeah.
to start? It was either I can't take on any more clients or I can hire some employees and we can get
Mhm.
to moving from there.
Yeah. Well, I hired a business coach
Hmm.
because after I had made the decision to leave my, full-time position and
Yeah.
this is what I was going to do, I knew like I didn't really know what I was doing, but I knew that I didn't want to go back. So, like I
Mm.
needed to figure this out. So I had actually already started investing through coaching. And it took still, even then, I'm trying to remember when I hired my coach, probably 2021, maybe 22.
Hmm.
Um, so I had started working with a coach and I had hired people to come in and just do some mailing things. We used to mail out newsletters. And so I would have them do that, but not really anything outside of that. Like, and it was,
Hmm.
some of our teenagers, my husband's a youth pastor. So we'd hire some of his girls to, come over
Nothing
and
formal. It was just
nothing
a little bit
formal.
here, a little bit there. Yeah.
Yes.
But
Which I think
let
is
me
where people mostly start too. Like,
absolutely, absolutely
just
getting the neighbor girl to come over and help you do a few things.
yes.
But
Yeah.
what I there like there's something here because I never thought about this until right now. I'm wondering what is it in someone that goes, there's person A goes, "Oh, that's it. My client roster's full." And person B goes, "How can I take on more clients?"
Yeah. Well, it was actually through my coaching that I got to that point because it really
Okay.
was a conversation of like, okay, well, I can still grow this. And I was having people naturally be referred to me. But then what I was finding is I was working all day
Mm,
long,
mm-hmm.
all day long. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and especially at the beginning of the month, like would we have a ton of stuff that needs to go out because a lot of our
Yeah.
people are in direct sales. And so their monthly, like their business resets every single month, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
um, when I got to that point, my coach was like, I think it might be time for us to like think about some help. And I just I had this mental block around delegation because I thought,
You
well, no,
did.
yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
I mean, I believe it out of you. I totally
1,000%.
believe it. Like you're, I mean,
Yeah.
you are an Enneagram 3.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah. I
think there are
definitely
certain
did.
personality types that struggle with delegating more than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yep. Just the whole like, well, no one can do it as good as I can.
Mhm.
And then, oh, but then that means I'm losing income and I don't want to lose income, right? So you have some of that. So there was a lot of mindset work that she helped
Mm,
me around too. But then
yeah.
I will say, and this isn't like everybody's story, but I was actually forced to quickly hire, even though she's been teeing me up. I believe that the Lord is preparing my heart for that too.
Hmm.
But my husband and I are foster parents, and so
Yeah.
the day that we got the call, it was May 31st for people who, are in the industry that we serve, they know. Um, May 31st, and we went from having no kids in our house ever to having 1-month-old twins. And so I was really forced to hurry up and get help because I could not be a mom to newborns
Yeah.
and still be working, 9 to 9. Like I couldn't do that, right? Like there was
So that was
just no way.
2023, right?
Yeah. Yep.
2023. Okay.
So a lot of prep for that, and then I was forced into it, and then it was like, how did I wait so long? Like once I was there, I was like, wait a second. Why did I
Okay,
wait so much for
I
that?
really want to extract the thought where you said, I will lose income by hiring help.
Oh, yes.
Because
Yeah.
that is, I mean, I feel like you are fine with me saying, like, that is, you can recognize now, like, you today recognizes, oh, that's a scarcity thought.
Oh, 100%.
You
Yes.
do not lose income by delegating and hiring. You actually lose income by not, because you can only do so much. You're like always going to be smacking the ceiling.
Always.
Your capacity is your capacity,
Yeah. You can't,
truly.
like, you cannot do more than what you can do. And I
No.
didn't sign up. Like, I didn't leave a 9 to 5 job to come work all day either. Like,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
what I signed up for.
Yeah. Because you
And,
were
but
working
that's where I was
all day. You were
all
working
day.
like before the crack of dawn to it's time to go to bed,
Yeah. It was
right?
not good. It was not good.
Mm-mm,
Yeah. I
not
was working
healthy.
all day. Not healthy
Yeah.
at all. So, but yeah, I mean, truly,
So,
it was that mindset of and again, I know sometimes you just got to do the work, right? You've got to pay attention
yeah.
to the thoughts that you're thinking and really figuring out, is this coming from scarcity or is this coming from abundance?
Amen. Amen.
And I think that I just realized like I'm never going to be able to grow past this if I don't get help. I will
Correct.
never be able to reach the goals that I want or
Hmm.
see the income that I want because
Hmm.
I'm at capacity.
Do you think you could have ever gotten there by yourself to that thought?
No, down, never,
Dude, okay, so this is another thing when
never.
people are like, I can't afford to hire coaching. I'm like, sis, you can't afford to not hire coaching. Like, you are going to be stuck in
Literally.
your own rut and blind spots for the rest of your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you do
Amen.
not hire someone to help you think a new thought,
Yeah.
right? Because it's not even just like you can't just read a book and think a new thought. It's like she helped you have a new thought, and then she helped you reinforce that thought over and over and
And
over and
over.
over, and then
Yes.
over and over and over
Yeah.
and over,
Over and over and over
right?
again.
And then over and over
Yes.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially bringing the boys in at
Yeah.
that time. I mean, can you fathom? It's not if life gets crazy. Like life is always going to get crazy. Something wild is always going to happen, and are you prepared for that? I think,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I it's hard. Definitely you've got to pay attention to that stuff and
Yeah.
just yeah, it goes back to like I wish I sometimes I wonder where would I be today had I delegated sooner in my
Hmm.
business too?
Yeah. Amen to that.
Um, I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I I think that's tough though. I'm reading a book right now called The Surrender Experiment. I'm also reading the book you told me about, The Ruthless Elimination of
hurry.
Hurry, right? The Ruthless Elimination of
Yeah,
Hurry,
yeah.
which I completely unsubscribed to frenzy culture. I unsubscribed a long time ago to the frenzy culture, so this book is just, like manna to my soul. But I think that is that dance. I feel like I don't know about you, but I feel like I will forever be in this dance with God where he's like whispering and then he's speaking and then he's screaming and then he's annoyed and he's like, "Girl, I'm just like I'm like I can't with you right now." And usually when he gets to the I can't with you right now is when I think maybe I should, you know, surrender
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
and make this shift or pivot. And then you do, and it's the greatest thing that ever happened to you. But then you look back and go, man, what would have happened if I did that sooner?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is tough. But I don't know. I think he also just knows us and knows. Would you have
I think there's yeah. It's also
put
the
as much
timing of things, right?
weight? Yeah, would you have put as much weight into it
Yeah.
if you know, leapt right away?
No.
A question I had for you is what, because you definitely thought becoming a CEO would be a lot of freedom and flexibility. Right.
Right.
So how, right, how has freedom and flexibility as a CEO looked a little different than you thought?
Hmm.
Because right, like as a CEO, at the end of the day, it is your booty on the line. When,
Yeah.
yeah,
It definitely has looked different.
Hmm.
Um, but I think that,
Like it's not as is it maybe not as walk away for the day as you thought it might be?
yeah, definitely not.
Hmm.
And it's like if, there's still that level of this is still my company. And so if we're short staffed or if we had an emergency happen with one of the girls, like, and,
Hmm.
I got to step in and make sure it gets done.
Yeah.
There's still that level that, and that I think is the part that I didn't really ever think about. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just going to hire people and they're going to do their work and it's going to be fine. I'm going to be able to like go do whatever I want. Right. Yeah, no, that's not the case at all.
No.
So
You can do the greatest hiring in the entire world, but people are still people, right?
yeah, and
I
life
mean, I
still
watched my brother almost
happens.
miss his flight to Mexico a couple weeks over this. I'm like, Brett, I understand. I understand. I understand. I hear you. I hear you. Everybody else is out for the weekend. You have to stay and get this semi fixed and get it back on the road before you go to Mexico for 8 days. Unfortunately, the plane's gonna leave, so
Yeah.
we have to find a different. But that's
Different plane.
but it
Yeah.
is that, right? At the
Yeah.
end of the day, no one is going to save your baby but you.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. There is that fine line
Yeah.
of what freedom and flexibility looks like, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Okay.
I'm happy with that though. Like I'm
Yeah.
happy. Like I'm glad that I only have to jump in when I need to,
Yeah. It's a dance you would still choose, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes. I agree with you. As somebody who is, I'm a big time delegator. I feel like the tiny times when I do have to leap in and just get it done myself outweighs it all. And I mean, I know this isn't true for my brother's business. He quite literally needs to be in Iowa. But for you and I, we can still do that from the beach in Mexico.
Yeah.
We
Yes, I
chose
can.
a little
We chose
differently.
smart.
We did. And I did choose that on purpose. Like I always
Yeah,
thought about not being physically like creating a business where I wasn't physically tied to a place. And I'm positive you did the same.
for sure.
Hmm.
Well, and
Hmm.
especially with like my husband's job being in ministry,
Yeah.
we just never know where the Lord is going to call us. And, we already had to do it once where when we were moving from Oklahoma to Ohio, it was like, oh my gosh, I have to find a brand new job. And that was stressful. I did not like that. So I'm glad I don't have
Mm.
to do that again because now,
You you've made your job pastor proof.
yeah,
Yeah. Y'all, the Lord
yeah.
is calling them to Arizona. I just know it. I feel it. I'm excited. I'm ready.
I'm going to start praying for that too
I'm
because
already praying for it. Just so you know, Steph is a man I've already been praying for a while.
I
People
love
are
it.
praying, so when it happens, we just decided that you belong here. Like your soul belongs,
I
the
agree.
ability to lay out at a pool 12 months
Mm,
a year. We
I
just know that
agree
your soul wants that. So,
so much.
see guys, this is why you gotta, become like those you hang around, definitely, and hang around the right people that pray for the desires of your heart before you
That's
know that
right.
those are your desires.
Yes.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So you got the boys May 31st, 2023. You really
Yeah.
start delegating. You start hiring more people. You have them for a couple years. You definitely went through a year of grief when they went back. That was tough. The system is tough. It's a tricky,
Mhm.
I commend you. No. As a 41-year-old who doesn't have kids, I got asked again the other day, like, would you do foster? Would you adopt? No, 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 no. Like, I don't have the heart and soul for that. I think I would end up being a lawyer or something by the time that I was done for the broken system. So saying that to say though, there's been a roller coaster of things in your life that have
Mhm.
happened
Yeah.
while you've been steadily growing this business.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Life
And
did not
then
stop lifing.
life did not stop lifing. And then you made a decision in the last 6 to 9 months and your revenue has tripled in the
Hmm.
last 9 months. And so I want to talk about what are 2 to 3 shifts that you feel like created where you are right now over the last 9 months? Because it was, I mean, you were really steady and consistent, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
there was a massive leap.
So a couple things happened.
Hmm.
when I realized how close I was to kind of my next benchmark goal,
Your revenue goal, right?
yeah, yeah, it was like, oh, I that feels within reach. I think I could do that. Like, why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
I think before I didn't really, I wasn't, I didn't set a goal in my business before. I just was kind of letting it happen. And of course I thought like, oh yeah, that could be cool one day. But it always like one day always felt so far off. And
Yeah.
then my coach was
Well,
like, do you realize how close you are though? And I was like, no.
and as for the listeners, y'all, Enneagram threes are never going to put themselves in an unwinnable situation. So
Mm,
if you don't feel like there's a goal you can set and go after and hit, you're not going to do it.
it's true.
You're
It
going to
is
keep
very true.
on keeping on.
Yeah, it's very true.
Sometimes I set goals. I tell Becky, this should be your goal. And
Yeah.
she's like, yes, okay. And then a little bit in, you'll be like, I don't know about that. And I'm like, we're doing
Yeah.
it. Keep
Too
going
late.
right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not unwinnable, I promise.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
also do a great job at surrounding yourself with the right people.
I do. Yeah. So it was that mindset and just someone else being like, hey, do you like someone else's belief in me
Hmm.
to be able to do that too, right? Because it
Yeah.
was my coach at the time who was like, you you can do this. Like it's within reach. You like I have
Mhm.
belief in you. And so then we hit that revenue goal and then it was like,
Yeah.
okay, well this is November. I'm going to do it again in December because why not? And we did it again in December.
Yeah.
And then in January rolled around and we just barely missed it. The same
Hmm.
goal again, barely missed it.
Yeah.
And then in February is when I actually came to Arizona to the book club. And I think that's when the second piece of that came in was that was the first time that we actually had like really been around each other and have like
Hmm.
kind of built this relationship. And I will never forget, you
When
said,
we were
my
sitting,
brain is my moneymaker. I
you're talking
have
about
to
when
take care of my brain.
we were sitting on the patio.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And because we were eating all this clean food and I just was
Hmm.
like, this
I was in
girl is
charge of
next level.
the food. Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, this girl is next level. And I had kind of just been, I think it's not that I was eating all this unhealthy food all the time, but I
Hmm.
also was coming out of a season of grief where I'm an emotional eater. It's how it is. Like, I'm not afraid to say it. Um,
Kobe swears most people are. He says I'm an
yeah,
anomaly.
I would
I
agree
don't.
with that statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think maybe in that, I think I've thought a lot about that. I'm sure I've said it somewhere, so I'm sure it's fine to say, or my mom will come for me. But as a kid, because Kobe said you got to get with it. You've really got to figure this out because you're gonna always have clients that are emotional eaters. So I was
Mhm.
like, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to figure this out. And as a child, we're talking small child, wasn't in school yet. She says my mom was a really big emotional eater. Everybody knows this about her. It is not a secret. But I have this vivid memory of something. I don't know whether she missed a goal or farming was terrible or whatever. But she was sitting in the recliner, sobbing, eating Doritos, and drinking a caffeine free Diet Pepsi. Like I can see it clear as day. The bottle, like the brown label, I don't even know if it exists anymore. Clear as day, I can see this. I have that part of the memory, but she says that I walked up to her and said, she's been very successful in direct sales all my life. Those ladies aren't just going to call themselves, are they?
Stop.
Not even in school. Savage child.
Wow.
Those ladies aren't just going to call themselves, are they? And I
I'm dying.
think from a really young age, was already taking it. Okay, so all in that same time, I remember being at a banquet for her job. And the woman who was very, very successful at the tippy top of the company, I remember watching everyone at the restaurant in Grinnell. It's like the restaurant right off the interstate off 80 in Grinnell. And everyone's ordering like crazy unhealthy food. I mean, y'all, this is like 1990, right? 1990, 1991. Everyone's ordering crazy unhealthy food. And I watched her get very specific food that made me think of my dad's mom, who's ridiculously clean and healthy and organic before it was ever cool. She was like juicing carrots and we're drinking it as tiny little children. And I'm 40, like way before it was cool. And I think I walked up to her and asked her, like, why is that what you're eating? Like, why are you only eating that? And she just explained how she has to eat the right food to have the right energy because she was about to speak to hundreds of people at this thing. And you know me, I'm fearless walking up asking her.
Yeah.
And so I'm like 5 and in my brain going, well, you're crying and eating your emotions and these are your results. And you are telling me you're eating this food and these are your results. I want your results. And so I think I just made up my mind. Like I remember somebody when I was 12, somebody said, like bread and pasta make you fat. And I said to myself, ew, bread is disgusting. I don't like bread.
Yeah.
I just made it that day. I was like, that's my new identity. So I think that it's that. I think that I've just always been. So I think that's where it started, but it was so young. I mean, I'm 5 years old with a massive emotionally eating mom, still an emotional eater. You know, I'm like, Mom, stop eating your sadness. Oh my gosh. Don't eat your joy either. But we still laugh about this all the time. Like, oh, we do not eat our emotions around here. But I think that's where it started because I saw eating emotions, these results, not eating emotions, these results. And that was luck because there's plenty of wildly successful women who eat their emotions.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, when I came to the book club retreat and we were eating all this clean food, I noticed like a shift in I was like, I don't have a sugar crash. I'm not like, I don't have I don't need to take a nap. Like I'm feeling great. My energy level is up. And at first I didn't realize what it was. And then it was that conversation around the patio that night that it just all clicked for me. And I was like, oh, this matters too. Like what I'm putting into my body, the way I'm taking care of my body, that matters not just for my physical health, but for literally my business too. Like there was just, and then that weekend before I left, I was like, Chelsea, I'm hiring you as a health and wellness coach and we're doing this thing because I don't need a business coach because I'm a business coach. I need a health and wellness coach. And she does not do this, just for the record. She was like, okay, Becky, fine. But
Wow.
I don't know why you agreed to that because you don't do it. Did.
Well, it is that, I love coaching people on the 8 areas of alignment.
Yeah.
And physical health is one of them. And because they are all connected, right? They are a giant circle. And if one of the circles is out of whack, like the spokes in a wheel, I see it as like spokes in a wheel of life. And if one of those is out, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It could be your spiritual, right? Your spiritual practice. You've gotten away from your spiritual practice. Like I have another client right now who she needs to make this massive leap in her business and she's having a lot of anxiety, but yet she's skipping her quiet time and her devotions in the morning. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Are you kidding me right now? So, she'd be like, oh, she's a spiritual coach. She's like on me constantly. Are you doing this? Are you doing your devotions? Are you praying? Are you meditating?
Yeah.
Because for me, it was so easy to see. And we'd had a one-on-one, right? Like automatically coming to the book club retreat, you get a one-on-one. So we'd had a one-on-one. So I had enough experience to know this has to be holding her back. If she just did this tiny shift in her health, she'd have 10 times more energy and clarity. And so, yes, y'all, I did say my brain is my money maker. I have to take care of my brain. I believe it.
Yeah.
Everything is about taking care of my brain, which does stem from my grandma. My mom's mom had dementia. And I went to Dr. Amen live in 2018. I was still living in Dallas. And he just said, dementia comes from diabetes, the skinny diabetes, you know what I mean? Where you're like diabetic because it's hereditary. And that comes from like thyroid disorders, Hashimoto's, whatever. And if you had it, because he has a book specifically on women and how this goes through. And I'd recently been diagnosed at that point with Hashimoto's. And so I just made a decision that day, this is not going to happen to me. Every single thing I do from here on out, I am taking care of my brain. So I stopped drinking, eating junk, and not like I don't enjoy something, but Becky can attest to this. I will say, I mean, you can have the cookie and ice cream. That's fine. But can you afford to be hungover from it tomorrow?
Yeah. I just had
So,
no idea how much it affected me
mhm.
until I came back from that weekend where I was,
Yeah.
not drinking pop. I was not, or maybe I had one or something because you were so gracious and still bought us some. But like,
I
you know,
can't.
uh,
My husband was like, I cannot believe you did this. Oh, I said it just killed me by it.
but everything else, it was like I felt better, but I didn't put two and two together until I came home, and then I was like, oh wait, like
Mm.
I think that, or well, actually, it was before. I mean, it was the last day I was there. That's when I woke up and
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
realized that it does matter and makes a difference. And so
Hmm.
that was really the next shift that I think happened for me. And when we started to see, okay, so we hit this revenue goal. So here's our benchmark for the next one. So I really feel like moving my body consistently and eating and like being careful of what I was eating, limiting my dessert and my sugar intake really to the weekends, like, and even limiting it then
Hmm.
because I was noticing how much it really was affecting me and the way that I was running my business. And
You leapt overnight. It leapt overnight.
yes, overnight.
Overnight. It leapt overnight. I
Yeah.
mean, what you had been stretching to hit by month end, literally overnight, you hit at the middle of the month. I will never forget that.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
insane.
But I also remember when we were sitting around that patio and I said that, then you said to me, you were just looking at me with this like, okay, like you were really perplexed. And you looked at me and you said, so like where did you get that from? And I was like, get what from? And you're like, where did you get that thought from? I mean, were you raised with it? Like where did you get that from?
Yeah.
I thought, well, even though my mom is an emotional eater, she did raise us and always say, we eat for energy, not for enjoyment.
Mm, yes.
I remember
Yeah.
saying that back to you, which I do believe. So Savannah loves eating for enjoyment. So we found a middle ground. You can enjoy what you're eating for energy.
You can.
You can.
Clean
You
food
can.
is still good food. It can still taste good.
It takes, I think it probably takes a little bit for somebody. I was
Yeah.
saying, yeah, I was just at a different retreat and I was at the silent retreat and we got to have kale and something one day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love kale. And the woman was like, really? And I was like, yeah, but I was raised on kale. When I was a kid, my grandmother would cook the kale and she would put it in our mashed potatoes. And my brothers were farmers. So my brothers would, I remember the first time my brother realized there was green stuff in his mashed potatoes. He said, Grandma, gross, what's in my mashed potatoes? And she said, somehow she connected with him. You know how like we feed the cattle silage? This is like silage for you. Like that's their vitamins and this is your vitamins. And so then he would ask like, Grandma, are we going to have silage in our mashed potatoes? Silage, y'all, that's like when it's a specific grass weed thing you
Mhm.
pick and dry and you feed it to your cattle when you raise cattle. And so you know, a little bit of
Yeah.
oh, it was kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
But do you
Yeah.
feel like now, a few months removed, do you feel like you're slowly bringing on this new identity of how you take care of yourself and how you view your brain health and what that means?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, and I asked you that for that because I just thought I know I was so intrigued by how you could just where did that thought come from? Because I had been doing all this coaching and that's not how I was raised. And so I was really curious because I wanted that mindset for myself. I
Hmm.
had craved it for a really long time. Like, I really wanted to move my body. I really wanted to eat clean, but there was something that it was just, there was a block there and I couldn't figure out what it was.
Yeah. We had
Um,
to find the right identity shift for you
yeah, yeah,
because it's not about, I want to lose weight, I want to be skinny. It's, I want to be strong and I want my mind to be sharp. I would say, like, oh, I want to feel
yes,
superhuman in my brain and in my body. I want to feel
yeah,
superhuman.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. It's
yeah,
so cool. It's been very fun to watch. And what like yes, that did happen overnight, y'all. But it's the mindset thing has been like tiny little things here and there.
yeah,
Yeah, that we've been watching that. I've actually really enjoyed it. It's very fun for me to get to see what normal world people are eating and then to be able to go back and go, this is actually not healthy. I know you think it is, but like, it's actually not. But
yeah,
marketing says it is, but in reality, it's not.
yeah,
Like Like people think avocado toast is healthy. We had it at our retreat this weekend. I said avocado toast is not healthy. Like eating all that bread, which turns straight into sugar and then creates a crash in the middle of the afternoon, is just put the avocado on a tomato, people.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. And then toss your everything bagel seasoning on it. It's all good.
That's
All
right.
good in the head. Yeah. Always thinking about our brains. Hey, y'all. I'm talking to female founders about what I cannot stop seeing. After 15 years of coaching other women just like you, I've found so many of you are hitting your goals. And when you get to the finish line, you're screaming, "What was the point?" Because you sacrificed everything and everyone you love to get there. As an alignment coach, I come alongside you as your processing partner and strategist with accountability to help you focus on the goals in your life holistically so you aren't sacrificing what matters the most. Because if you hit your business goals and you're everything to everyone except the most important people in your life, truly, what was the point? Jump on my Make Better Decisions Faster workshop to get started on your most peaceful and profitable year yet. So it's been very fun. Again, y'all, I say to her a lot, she's getting ready. I know, I'm speaking it over you. I just know your revenue from where it is today is going to double by the end of December. I know we're going to be celebrating that. And it is because we are watching you right now. Y'all, she's in what I keep calling the arrow effect, like where you're pulling the arrow back in the bow. The arrow's in the bow and she's pulling it back. It's when you're kind of like taking a step back, not your in your numbers per se, but stepping back, stepping out and looking in and finding what are these tiny little things that I need to shift or pivot or delegate more or a system or maybe an area that needs cleaned up so I can make a big leap. And you have been sacrificing monthly small wins for 2 months now in order to make really big leaps for the next quarter and the year end. And it's cool to watch.
Yeah.
What has
Yeah.
that been like for you?
Yeah. It's not always fun, but it has to happen. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like when you know, okay, I'm at capacity, and if I want to grow, I got to delegate, right? And so it's
Yeah.
taking those months to go, okay, I know that during these 2 months or 3 months, whatever it is, like I'm gonna have to take time to train. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to have to take time to meet with someone to help me build these systems because once these are set, then the arrow is free. And then there is a huge leap that you now get to do. Like once that is taken care of, now you get to go focus on those income producing activities that's actually going to increase your revenue. And
Yeah.
so it's making the sacrifice right now, knowing I'm doing this for just a minute.
Yep.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be willing to see the sacrifice.
It's so cool. 'Cause this is, you obviously have many people on your team,
Yeah.
but this is the first time where you've had a personal designated executive assistant who
Yes.
has set hours. Like they have
Yeah.
set hours, they show up every day. How how has that felt making that investment?
Yeah, it has felt really good. Like I didn't know how much I needed it because we have a virtual
Yeah.
assistant company, right? Like and
Hmm.
I was constantly delegating different parts of the branches or different things to
Hmm.
kind of everybody,
Yeah.
and that was working fine for a little bit, but then there were still things that that I needed help with to even to market, right? Like I need someone to help me write my emails. I'll write the copy, just put it into place and like hit
Get the
send,
links correct
you
and
know?
set. It takes
Yeah,
time to get the links correct and set. And
totally.
that's one of the things that the girls do for me, and I no emails would ever get sent if they weren't doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It takes time to like make sure that, I'm even if the girls are needing something for their clients, like their directors, to make and that's waiting on me so that I'm not the bottleneck of my business. Like now I have someone to say, "Hey, by the way, don't forget she needs this."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not
So,
being the bottleneck of your own business.
yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Mm-hmm.
we've been looking at areas like in my
Yeah.
business where that is where I've been getting stuck. And so
Yeah.
having somebody who I know is around at these certain hours that I can call on, like, especially when things come up during the day. So then that way, what I have set for my schedule, I don't get distracted by, because I can quickly pivot, delegate, take a second, explain what needs to be done, and then I can go back to doing needle moving things in the business. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, right now it feels like it's been a little bit more of an extended period time of that, right? But again, it goes back to, you just got to be willing to take a minute to slow down, delegate, to train, to do the things, knowing your rewards on the other side of that.
It's worth it. Two people that have done this, we've done this now in the last 18 months. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
So worth it, which I
It
will
really
give a
is.
shout out. My friend Anne, she's been on here before. She owns the company, and our friend also has worked with her as well. Our friend Robin. And so the company Unique Genius, we can put a link in the show notes. Carline, who's listening to this, editing this, is going to hear this. Yes, Carline, make sure we put our special link in the show notes. Because if you want your own executive assistant, they do an incredible job. It's wonderful. We have
Yeah.
great experience between all of us. We have several unique
Yeah.
genius strategic partners, and they are that. They are a strategic partner,
Mm-hmm.
truly. But it's cool because I think you think nobody else can do this better than me, right? I've even heard you say that in the past, and then now it's realizing, well, if you would take a minute and train someone, they actually can do it 80%. Like they're good to go.
Yeah.
They're good to go.
Yeah.
They totally
Yeah.
can. They totally can. Okay, y'all, this is a great segue to flipping, where we're going to talk about what Becky Heller Co can do for you as far as systems, automation, strategies, all the really great stuff for female founders out there and women in leadership and direct sales. So, man, okay. Do you want to say what you help women with in these arenas? You also work really well on, I think you could figure out any platform, but you guys really specialize in the Kajabi Go High Level platform, which is unique,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
both of them are very all-in-one systems where you've got your email and your texting and website and landing pages and selling offers and everything you could ever want,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Y- Yeah. So we help. So, like you said, we help definitely two different groups of women.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, I used to only do small business owners, or I had a pretty good balance of
Mm-hmm.
direct selling, small business. And then I had to niche down for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
to grow the direct selling part, because that was where most of the revenue was coming in. So I needed to pay attention to that. And so now we're excited to get back into helping
Yeah.
people build a personal brand too.
Mm-hmm.
So even if maybe it's not like, oh, I have this new company over here and I'm not doing direct sell anymore. You can, many people in direct sales have multiple streams of income, right? They
Yes.
building their personal brand, right? So, which
Yeah.
is super popular right now.
You believe that too, right? Don't you believe?
Yes,
I'm a massive advocate. I think it is ignorant to only build your identity under a company and not build a personal brand.
agreed,
I think it's ignorant because
agreed.
it has, like you said, multiple streams of income. You
Yeah.
change, the world changes, the company changes.
Yes. Yeah.
And don't you believe? I believe that people fall in love with you, not necessarily the company. They're going to say, "Oh, I love the company," but they really love you.
Yeah. Agreed.
And so having that personal brand,
It's so important.
and you help
It's so important.
women do that.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
what does that
Yeah.
look like? So let's say someone is a leader in another industry and they say, I want to launch a personal brand. Like, what is that? What are the things that you believe they need to have put together to launch that personal brand well, beyond just going viral on the internet?
Yeah.
Our friend just went viral on the internet, so we could talk about that.
Yeah, she
She
did. So
overnight
cool.
got 10,000 new followers. And so what are the things that you see need set up prior to going viral on the internet
Oh my
that y'all help
gosh.
with?
Yeah, so many things. So, first thing, I mean, really, you've got to have some good systems, and you got to be clear on, like, what, if I'm building this personal brand, what are my offers? Like, getting clarity around what is it that I feel like I can help other
Mm-hmm.
people accomplish, right? Or help them with to get to where they're going. So it's
Mm,
really getting clear on your offers. And that's not really, I mean, something that we specialize in. I would say that that is more of a coach's role to help you process that, what that looks like. Not to say
mm-hmm.
that we're not, because we can process, but you've got to have some solid foundation of like what you're wanting to do, right? That's
Yeah,
just
to
not
come
our
through.
expertise, right?
Yeah.
So,
I'll
but
help
once
you with
you're
that, and then
clear,
I'm
that's
sending you to
right.
Becky.
So Chelsea, you start with her. um, get
And then go to
clarity,
Becky.
and
So let's say
then
I help someone sort out their offers and the brand that they want to build and how they want
yeah,
to help people, and then I hand them to you. What are you going to do?
yeah. So then we're going to go through, and we are actually going to build some sustainable systems. So what does
Okay.
that look like?
Hmm.
That looks like landing pages, emails, communication, launches, landing pages. We're going to go through and help you with like communication on a monthly
Hmm.
basis, right? Like giving you the
Mm.
tools that you need to not only just make like launch the offer, but to actually sustain it and let it run on autopilot for you.
I
Because
think
again, a lot of that stuff you don't need to be doing.
And I think you actually don't even understand. I don't think people realize.
Fair.
So, y'all, there's a website and then there's a landing page. You have your website, which exists and it's always kind of what it is, and which y'all can set up as well. Y'all can
Yeah.
create websites. Y'all create websites for people in direct sales and people with their personal brand. But then a
Yes.
landing page is that, let's say you're scrolling on Instagram and somebody's having a workshop. Well, you would go, that's a landing page. It's
Yeah.
not actually embedded on their formal website. It is a landing page that is connected to their website, but it's actually separate. It's like floating in air connected to their brand, but not formally on their website because you shouldn't be changing your website all the time like that,
No.
adding new workshops and ideas on there. So they're creating that. But what happens when you create a landing page? Tell me all the, you're going to tell, you and Caroline are going to tell me all the parts I'm missing. I do not do this. I do not specialize in this, but I watch them do this. And I love that their brains think like this. So landing page is created. But on the back side of this landing page being created, where somebody's signing up for your workshop, y'all are setting up the offer so I can take their money.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting what's called a tag, the fact that somebody just paid me for this,
Yeah.
right? And then that tag allows me to send emails to that specific person for this specific workshop.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, we're doing a lot of systems around color analysis, which has been really fun.
Yeah.
So, we have been helping people who are ready to launch their color analysis business.
Hmm.
We have helped them set up, we have an offer called Pink Mini Site or mini sites for just female founders. And essentially it is a digital business card. It's a link in bio. It's a personal website. Really, I mean, wrapped up into one powerful tool that you get to use, whether you're in person networking or you're selling online, but that it has your offers on there. And so they can actually click on it. They can
Hmm.
go, they can book, they can see what color like
Hmm.
analysis package you're offering. They can book your calendar. They can pay right there. All of it. And then within the automation, just like you said, like then once they do that, they'll get the confirmation email, they'll get the confirmation text, they're going to get coaching leading up to their appointments. Like
Yeah.
we set up all of these things. There's so many little things that go into that. It's not just, oh, hey, well, I just want to start this business and here I'm going to charge $50 or whatever. You know, I mean, like
Yes.
there's just so much more to keep it
To that.
sustainable and running so that you don't have to be doing all the little things behind the scenes all the time too. So you can just
Thinking
get
of
out there and promote it.
and promote it. Thinking of your mini sites specifically, I want to talk about that because I think every single female business owner can learn from this. So, y'all, when I think about her mini sites, of what I know, y'all have to correct me. I think of my mom. I'm a child. I'm 10. My mom and I are out shopping. We're in the Target. We're in the Walmart. We're in Dillard's, whatever. I don't even know if Dillard's is open anymore. Loved Dillard's though. And she's meeting people everywhere she goes because that is what a woman in the 90s does. She is networking everywhere she goes. Every purchase is going to be paid for because they are networking, right? And I think a lot of people still function like this.
Yeah.
And it was one tiny little slip of piece of paper at a time, one receipt at a time with a woman's name and phone number. And then she would make notes about this woman, about who she was or whatever. With your mini site situation, when you are a business owner, meeting Jesse needs this. Jesse, you need one of these. When you're meeting, I just realized that
Yeah,
you're
she
meeting
does.
people. She does. You're meeting people out in the wild that you want to nurture that relationship. they can use this little site quick. Like however you text it to them or you drop it to them or whatever you do, you tell them to
QR
go there.
code, all the things.
QR
Yeah.
code. They can literally scan a QR code, right, that you keep on your phone and it
Yes.
opens it up. You say, click there. Okay, right there, put your information in. They're putting it in. It's going to auto start texting and emailing them to book them, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And you didn't have to, number one, keep track of your slip of paper.
You,
You don't have
girl.
to go enter your leads anymore, like to do
Yes.
that, and then to forget to even follow up with them to send the second or third message that you need to follow up and stay connected. We do all of that for you through automation.
Last week, I was getting ready to go to that retreat for 5 days, and I thought of like an old thing that holds things. I can't remember what it was. Whatever it was, maybe it was a purse or whatever. I break it out and I'm like, oh, there's things in here, like receipts and stuff. So I pull it out and I start going through and I found a woman's name and number and I was like,
I
well,
believe it.
shoot. That was probably lost $1 million right there
That is
because
money on the table that you are losing.
I lit that money on fire.
Yeah, you
The
did.
amount the amount of women though that I met out in the wild and then something would happen to that slip of paper.
Yeah.
Or you just forget because we're women
Yeah.
and we've got 10,000 tabs open at all
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. I think that a common misconception is that people just think they can build the landing page themselves and
Yeah.
then it's done, and it's like there's not. And even if you think about taking it the step further, it's like, okay, so once you've got them booked, they've been in your chair, you've done their colors, and now you've got to continue to nurture them and stay in front of them for
Mhm.
reorders or for like another referral or,
A
a
deeper
lot of our,
session.
right, different session,
Mhm. Mhm.
different things like that. And so with having those systems, you can actually do target marketing if it's
Mhm.
set up correctly.
Agree.
So,
Agree.
which means you can send, I'm using color analysis because I think it's a pretty common ground here, but
Yeah.
you can send, all of your winter people hey, here's what you should know as a winter for your upcoming season, right? Like
You could
all of that is done.
you
Yeah.
could make the tag that she's a winter
Yes.
girl.
Yeah.
So
So then you're doing
after
this target marketing.
you
Hmm.
really targeted marketing. True
Yeah.
targeted marketing.
But you can't do any of that until you have a solid foundation. You cannot, I'm going to paid
Don't be
ads.
running ads
Don't get
before
me
you
started on
I knew
running paid
where you were going. I
ads.
was like, "Oh, I know where she's going. I know where she's going. I
You
know where she's going."
cannot. And here's why. Because you're not ready for all of those leads that are going to be coming in. You are
No.
going to leave money on the table. So the best way to
Yeah.
get started is by just doing some organic marketing. And what I mean by that is building the systems without
Yes.
going and saying, I'm ready to run paid ads. No, you build the systems, you act like you are
Mhm.
actually running the ad, but you're doing it all yourself, like, or
Mhm.
with a team of people, right? And then once we actually see the results and we get clear on the messaging and the marketing, we're making sure that the people that we want to show up to these events are showing up, then you can run paid ads.
Yeah. In the words of Jackie Richards, are you really ready to go viral?
Yeah.
I'll never
Because,
forget.
yeah.
It was over a year ago, her class. We've been in her social media coaching for so long at this point, I
Yeah.
can't even remember how long it's been. But it was over a year ago, and she said, "You're not ready to be viral. Are you really ready to be viral?" And I thought, like, what do you mean? And then she had someone come on and show all of the stuff that you helped set up for people, and I thought,
Yeah.
oh my Lanta, but no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go viral. I'm definitely not ready to run an ad.
Yeah.
No business going viral. No business running an ad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
It's,
mean that's a whole
I
different.
think people just don't understand. They don't
They
know what
don't
they
know.
don't know,
They don't agree.
But thankfully, we are here to help you with that.
Yeah,
So
we
we
got you.
will help you.
We got
We'll
you.
help you with those strategy and like even talking through, okay, I think this is what I want, or I think this is what I want the copy to sound like, or we help you think through even some of all of those systems, the things that you don't even realize need to be set up. We are here to help you do that. And that is something that I'm really passionate about. I love setting up systems. I love automating things for people
Mhm.
and keeping it running on autopilot. Um, it's my love language. So
It it is an extreme area of talent that you turned into an area of expertise that you then monetized, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
what the point, right?
That's the point.
That's the point. That's the point. Okay, so let's talk about. I know you have a really good story. I saw it on your socials recently.
Yeah.
I was going to say, let's talk about a tool that has really unlocked a revenue leap for one of your clients lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, going back to delegation,
Yeah.
it's going back to delegation. So, this um woman leader in direct sales,
Yeah. Her name's,
her
wait,
name
it's
is
on social media,
Christina.
right?
Oh yeah, it
Christina.
is. It's
Christina.
Christina. Her name
Christina.
is Christina. She's a gem. I love Christina so much.
Hmm.
Um, she came to me. We had a conversation in December,
Hmm.
and she was like, I have nothing, nada, zilch, no systems at all. I don't have an in-person assistant. Like she had nothing.
No
And she
systems
had
and
been
no
n
help.
no help, no help.
That sounds
So
exhausting.
yeah, she was tired. She was like, I know. And she came to me, I will say, with already the mindset of understanding that like in order to get to where she was going to have to invest money because
Mm.
that she was willing to make the sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
Um,
She was ready,
she,
willing, and saw that it had to happen.
right. Because yes, had to
Okay.
do that. So then she came to us. So we got her first month technically with us was in January, but she was also gone on vacation for most of the month. You know, like we were getting things set up. So it was a slow
Yeah.
month. But then I wish I had her numbers pulled up. In
Yeah.
February through June, there was a consistent leap of
Leap.
revenue that was happening.
And the revenue was almost doubled. If
Oh, yeah.
I
I
I feel
wish
like the
I could
revenue was
remember that.
almost doubled. If I
Yeah.
like it was basically around like the revenue was doubling.
Yeah.
Which
I
it
mean,
does,
by
I think
June,
it's
it
one
definitely
thing.
hit double.
Yeah, you're not gonna hire y'all, you're not gonna hire somebody today and then see your revenue doubled next month. You're gonna
No.
start seeing the results September, October, November.
Yeah. So she went
Yeah.
from, just barely hit and
Hmm.
miss production to now she's driving a free car with this company
Hmm.
because she had,
Yep.
and not even the first level, the second level
She earned
car
the use. She earned the use.
earned
What?
that's right.
Nobody call
I
legal on me.
didn't, I know,
She
that's
earned
right.
the use to
Earned
drive
the
a company
use.
car. Them and their
So,
lingo, man.
yeah, I know.
Wow,
So,
she did that. I just scrolled back in our text messages on my iPad,
oh, good.
and her monthly
Yeah.
revenue was around 8 to 12,000 retail. Right, rent the revenue was around 8 to 12,000, and then in April through June, the revenue was, my gosh, probably 20, like 20, oh, like math, 26 to 28,000
Mm,
in retail revenue.
yeah.
That's a
That's a leap.
that's a leap. That's,
That's a leap.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. That's the
That's more
power of
than she,
delegation.
that power. There you go.
It's the
The
power
power
of
deli-
delegation. But it's also like she knew that she had to be all in. That was the other thing too. Like she
Mm,
didn't just delegate a little bit. She was like, no, I gotta delegate it all. Like, so the things that we're doing for her is we're really helping communicate with her team through
mhm,
emails, through text messages, through recognition.
mhm. You're doing her
We're
graphic design work.
graphic design. We are doing all of those things that is not income producing. They're
Yeah.
not.
Nobody knows who's doing it.
Right.
It's like your family needs food on the table and they need clean laundry in the closet. They don't actually care who's cooking it and who's cleaning it.
Right.
They don't
Yeah.
care. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So we're doing all of that behind the scenes for her because
Hmm.
that means now she doesn't have to think about, oh, I need to follow up with that new consultant. Oh, I need to send that girl's getting ready to terminate off of my team. I got to send her a reminder.
Yep.
None of that. None of the, do my girls even know what is happening this month and like what prizes they can earn from me or from the company or any, none of that. Like those are all things that it literally doesn't matter who does it.
I
I
think
mean, you want it done well,
people,
so I think you should come
I,
to us.
I, Yeah, so starting at 9 years old, well, I was tiny. Okay, guys, I for sure wasn't in kindergarten. And my mom owned a direct sales business where she would put these stickers on the products she was selling. It was like a reorder. So if she sold this product to somebody, they could call her because back in the day where there was no internet, they had to have that phone number or her address and they had to call her or send her a letter in the mail. And they would literally do this. And then when I was 9, I started doing her graphic work. And then I was 18 when I went to college, I ran the offices of 3 people. So I was very, very aware of what I did that made their lives easier and that allowed them to work on their business. So when I built
Yeah.
my own direct sales business from day one, I always did this. And what personally doing it, I can say it it's capacity. How we are not built to have the capacity to remember to do all of these things for
Yeah.
30, 50, 100, 200, 300 people.
Yeah. No.
That's like saying that the president of Target remembers to send you an email that the hot dogs you keep buying for your kids are on sale.
Yeah.
The the CEO of Target is not sending an email.
Right.
He's not emptying trash cans. He's not sending an email. He's focused on the overall vision and where the company is going. He is not worried about emails, tags, sales reminders, and
Love
changing
that.
trash cans.
Now, here's the other part of this too, because
Mhm.
I don't want it to sound like we were the reason that that happened, right? Like because she was delegating, she was able to go do the things that were actually going to bring income producing activities, right?
That's what I'm
She
talking about.
was
It's
seeing
capacity.
faces, she was recruiting, all of that stuff that she wouldn't be able to do because she was sitting behind a desk trying to do it all herself,
But
right?
it's also, so we talk a lot about the book Rocket Fuel.
Yes.
There's a visionary and there's an integrator. The visionary is, I always think of the visionary as like the face of the organization. They're selling the dream. They're selling the dream to the
Yeah.
team. They're selling the dream to people. They're bringing more people in. They're exciting the team that's already existing, selling the product, whatever it is that you have in your organization. The integrator is making sure all of these things are getting done.
Yeah.
And you can call it left brain, right brain. That's not actually true. My mom would say that right now. I'd be like, no, mom, that's not actually how that works. But let's just pretend, for example's sake, you cannot, you can't go back and forth doing that.
No.
You can't. You cannot shift back and forth because it's 2 different hats and it takes a lot of work to pull a hat on and off. And so when you pay someone like Becky to be your company's integrator, you
Yeah.
get to spend more time living in your visionary role,
Yeah.
which is always the sales role,
Right. Always.
bringing more revenue into your business.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep. Correct.
That's what it was. She freed up the integration so she had more capacity for the vision and the sales.
Yeah.
But y'all's integration package was catching the sales as it
Yeah.
was coming in.
Yeah.
So she didn't have to go, oh my gosh, oops, 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 and turn over here and work. I've seen this time and time again over my 41 years of life in this, is people who don't delegate. They put on their visionary hat and they run out and they sell thousands of dollars in product and bring, 30 people into their organization. And then they turn around and they go, oh crap, I got to make sure these people are doing great with their products. I got to make sure these people are getting their businesses up and running and doing great with things. And so then they turn over here and they put their integrator hat on and they're doing all this work there with them. And I'm like, if you would hire the right people, you wouldn't be having this problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're giving yourself whiplash.
Yeah. Oh, yes,
Exhausting for people like us to watch and be like,
it is.
you can hire somebody for this, right?
Right. Right. Now, I will say it is also important, and this is like kind of where we specialize in. Um, it is important to make sure though that like you're not just you want to find the right person, right? You want to find the right company
Yeah.
who's going to help do all of that. One thing that we specialize in though is actually customizing everything.
Y'all are, you, if you are cool with basic cookie cutter messages and things going out,
Don't come over here.
that's fine. You can hire basic cookie cutter companies.
That's
If
right.
you want to have a personalized voice, personalized brand,
Yeah. You can
Becky
come
Heller
over
Co
here.
is your company,
That's us.
right?
Because
That
we
is.
do. We make sure that like all of any communication that is sent out that you have the opportunity to go through and edit and customize exactly what you want every single month if you want to. But we also don't have to. We can set it up one time and let it be done, right? You are paired with a virtual assistant who gets to know you on a personal level and who can really find those words that you happen to say over and over again. You know, you may not say girl, you may say lady, you may say uh, girly pop. I don't even know,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I've
like
used
those little
the
things.
more like blanket message companies, and they'll make like these really soft, feely text messages, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there is not a single person in my organization that believes that I am talking about
And
all
no,
of your heart and your feelings and like mushy
right,
gushy. They're
right.
like, somebody definitely did this for her. This is not
Yeah.
her.
And then I think that's kind of where, and we're not, I'm going to preface with let's not like go down this rabbit hole right now,
Yeah.
but especially with all of the AI stuff right now, people don't want, they want to hear from you. They want to like know that this message was sent from you.
Becky and
So,
I have talked about doing an entire episode about AI and how to use it properly. We use AI
yeah,
every day. We
all the
love it.
time. I
We use
love
it.
it all the
It's
time.
great. It's great for a lot of things, but what it's not great for is being the sole creator of your copy. Use it to
Yeah,
get an idea going, get started. Now get in there and make it yours.
yeah.
Do not use it. Oh my, for all that is holy, please. You guys, please stop. Please stop. Please
Please
stop
stop.
using it for images. Please stop.
Please.
Because what you're not realizing is every single one of these AI images, it all looks the same. The fonts,
Yeah.
the scripts, the setup, the information on the bottom with the 4 sections divided and up. The print is the font size is very, very tiny. And our brains say, already saw that, already saw that, already
Yeah.
saw that.
And
So
most of the time it's not even communicating what you want it to actually
no,
communicate anyway. Like
no,
it's too cluttered. People are not reading it.
no. And
Quit.
you think like, oh, it's better to do it on AI than not have it done at all. I don't think so anymore.
No, I think that there are enough companies out there that can
Yeah.
give you a template of something
Yep.
to use that would be better than
Yep.
that. Or you find someone, we have custom images built into our packages.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Mm-hmm.
get 3 to 6 images a month, and that's plenty. We
Yeah.
also have a template of a library of things that we'd be more than happy to send to you so that you can even do it. If it's,
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I don't want to pay for the extra image. If that's the case, well then, like, just, like, let us help you
Dig into
through
the template library.
dig into it.
But please stop using AI. It is tragic. It
You
is
just can't
tragic. And if you think
anymore.
they don't look the same, they do. And I promise the subconscious brain is seeing them all as the same.
And even though maybe some of your people don't care, there is a good group of people that care and are don't want anything to do with it.
I
So,
mean, I hate saying this, but if you are so lazy that you can't create a non-AI image, I don't have time for you. I do mean that truly.
mic drop.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I love AI. I take AI classes. But that
Yeah.
is a different kind of lazy.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't
Stop
even
it.
know how to.
What is that, Bob Newhart? Stop it. Stop it, or we'll bury you alive in a box.
Yeah. But we really do. We love to have the customization part of it. This is not just like a virtual assistant company. We are
Mm-mm.
actually a business partner with you. We're an integrator.
Mm-hmm.
We help you actually like bring your voice, your vision, your goals to life through the communication, through the
Mm-hmm.
offers we're setting up, all of that. Because that, I mean, kind of ties back to the personal brand thing, right? Like
Yeah.
people want to buy and be a part of you and what you're building and creating. And so that's what we are bringing to life. We're not just like executing stuff for you. No, no, no. We're
You're
doing so much
partnering.
more as a partner. Yeah,
Yep, definitely
we
partnering.
truly are.
What have you found are the biggest pushbacks you're receiving around people hiring y'all?
Money.
Yeah.
Money, number one thing. And I wish that people could understand and get to that mindset shift of like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't afford not to hire help. So
Yeah.
there's the first part.
Because
And then you,
Christina, there's no way. I saw those numbers. There's no way Christina just had that floating around in her budget ready to go.
no, she
Mm-mm.
didn't.
She
She
knew.
did not. And I think there's also, again, it kind of goes back to like, I know that we're not for everybody, right?
Yeah.
You can still delegate help. There are plenty of other companies out there that
Mhm.
are going to be awesome for you, and maybe they'll fit more into a budget. I'm not saying that everyone should like blow their budget on delegating services. Still be smart with
Yeah.
your money. But I think there is a level of like, you just have to know, is this the right fit for me? And
Hmm.
understanding the level of service that you will receive, with our team
Hmm.
versus you're getting a partnership, you're not just delegating out and being hands off, right?
Yeah.
They do come with two different price points, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I still think it's that mindset shift of you can't afford to stay where you're at. If you stay where you're at, your revenue will never increase. You
Agreed.
have to be able to delegate.
Regardless. And that's, I think of you do have a lot of competitors, and most of those competitors are more like an EOS Planet Fitness
Yeah,
membership, right?
yeah.
Right. Where there are classes and things, but they're massive group classes. And y'all are definitely more Club Pilates, Orange Theory type of
Totally.
boutique business where you're going in, you're physically talking to that trainer, and they are like, as you're working out, they're helping you with your form. You're talking to them after class, and they're helping you improve your workouts, improve your practice and everything. And so
Yeah,
that's what I always think of y'all as the like when Kobe ran Orange Theories, they were a boutique fitness
yeah,
gym, and y'all truly are like that boutique
yeah. We are.
fitness gym where you are personally having a great relationship with that trainer,
Yeah.
chatting with
And
them.
doing and having strategy sessions,
Hmm.
setting up systems.
Yeah.
Like you get all of that with us. It's not just that we're just doing so much more than just sending out emails and text messages and
Yeah.
posting on social for you. It's so much more than that. But yeah,
They do
I
it part of your brain.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that I would say that is definitely the first one. And then the second one is, well, actually, I guess they kind of go hand in hand. It's like I can't afford it. Um,
And the
oh,
control. No one
the
can do it as good as
control.
me.
No one can do it better than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you won't take time enough to slow down to even
Hmm.
think about giving it to somebody else, even though that is literally the thing that's keeping
Hmm.
you stuck.
Yeah.
So you've got
Christina's
to,
a great example of that, though. When she
yeah,
delegated the things that really didn't matter, John Maxwell rule, 80% is good of you is good enough.
yeah,
Delegate. She saw it.
she did. I'm so glad she did too.
Yeah.
It's been
It's,
so fun. It's fun for us too to like see those wins come to life and
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Well, y'all, if any questions, reach out to either one of us. We'll put all of the information down. You can get a hold of us through Instagram and email, websites, whatever. Any questions that you have about any of the stuff that we've talked today. But most of all, it's been so fun. We've known each other since, I mean, December-ish,
Yeah.
December-ish
Yeah.
now. And so it's been about like 7, 8 months, and it has been really, really fun to watch you step into this. And I, y'all, she is like what you are hiring her to help you with. She has done the same. Like I have watched her hire the people, do the delegation, even when it was hard. Like there's some stuff that you've delegated that was hard to delegate
Yes.
because
Yeah.
it was a little like, can somebody do this though? But like, can somebody think the way that my brain thinks? Because your brain is very unique and special and rare. And doing that hard work, so she understands what it feels like to have to release that stuff. And so I think that's what makes you that great fit for that. You
Um,
are that very high caliber achieving woman
yeah.
that people benefit from working with
Yeah.
and
Thank
getting your
you.
brain. It's worth being her client just to get into her brain, guys. It is. It is. So, so proud of
Um,
you.
I love it. Thanks,
Very
friend.
fun. All right,
Um,
y'all. Well, thanks for joining us again. Jump down into the show notes to get all the links for all the things, all the ways that she can help you add more strategy, systems, and automation to your business for female founders and women in direct sales. Thank you, All Things Excellence fam, for listening, and we will talk to all y'all next time.
Thanks for listening to All Things Excellence. If something landed with you today, I'd love for you to follow the show, share it with a friend, or leave a quick review. It helps more women find these transformational conversations. And if you're ready for support with your next step, or needing someone to stand in the gap with you to figure out what that even is, I'd love to create that space for you. And my intro clarity call is a great place to start, because life is too quick and too full to have to figure it out alone. Until next time, All Things Excellence fam, thank you for listening.